When writing loops, something that you need to be aware of is what we call an infinite loop. So an infinite loop, as the name implies, executes infinitely or forever. So if you accidentally create one of these loops, you're going to crash your browser or your computer. Let me show you an example. So here I'm going to declare a variable, set it to 0, put it in a while loop. So as long as I is less than 5, we're going to do a console.log of I. Now here technically we should increment I, but if we forget to do so, we end up creating an infinite loop. Because in the first iteration, I is 0 and it's less than 5, so we'll display I on the console. Now in the second iteration, I is still 0 and is less than 5. So this loop will run forever. Let me show you. So I'm going to save the changes. Now on the console, this number you see before 0 is the number of times we're displaying 0 on the console. So you can see this number is increasing rapidly. So far we have displayed 0 more than 3,500 times. And if you look at the browser, you can see this spinner going forever. So the only way to get rid of this is to close this window, or if this doesn't work, you'll have to force quit Chrome. So this is one example of an infinite loop. Here's another example. While true. Again, this loop is going to run forever, so it's an infinite loop. And by the way, infinite loops are not limited to while loops. We can create an infinite do-while loop. So do while true. Or similar to the last example, maybe we'll create a loop variable like 0, and then have a condition like x is less than 5, but we forget to increment x here. We can also create an infinite for loop. So for let I equal to 0. As long as I is greater than 0, I plus plus. Again, with the condition that we have placed here, this loop is going to run forever. Or maybe we have the right condition, like I is less than 10, but we forget to add the third part. So we don't increment I. And this is exactly like this while loop that we had earlier, without incrementing I. So be aware of the infinite loops, avoid them, because they can crash your browser or your computer.